back on your screens, your laptops, your your iPads, your phones. This is MYBET.AFRICA TV on YouTube and all other platforms that you're watching us on. My name is Nana Kwamelabi. I'm here with the usual suspect, System Boy Vincent, who seems to be in a very, very delicious mood today because Francis also is matching the energy. But Benedict is cruising in his corner. He's just, just picking up the pieces. I know how correcting and all that. Do well to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. It's very, very important to us. Be part of the family, baby. Be part of the family. Send us a wave, like the page, share to your friends. Let's talk football. And now, one of the very, very, very important conversations happening in the world of football right now is change of managers. It's very, very important. We've seen that some managers have been axed. Some managers have parted ways with their clubs amicably, and then some very funny managerial transfers. Let me put it that way. Managerial transfers that are going on all around Europe. I mean, we can talk about Bayern signing Vincent Kompany, not this Vincent, not Football Scouts Vincent,
Vincent,
but Vincent,
so tactical Vincent Kompany.
Vincent Kompany. Now,
Sure.
we want to look at how these changes are going to affect some of these teams. We know that Enzo Maresca is likely to join Chelsea on a 5-year deal.
That Chelsea Maresca team. No?
So now that you are back, now that you've cut me,
Wait.
Let's go.
Okay, thank you. See, make I tell you, let's be serious here. Let's talk serious football. Todd Bowley, is he here to destroy Chelsea or what? He thinks if he grab money for hand, that be all. You spend a billion on revamping your squad. You sack Thomas Tuchel. Who should have been the ideal candidate to mold your team for you? Because of what? Coaches. What you like, you won't do. Thomas Tuchel was like, yes, you want to revamp this team. You want to rebuild the team. I support that idea. Let's do it gradually. You were wrecking the team, throwing people here. Chelsea have bought some of the finest talents in European football. Currently, they are Chelsea Football Club London. Make no mistake about that. You can't tell me Mudryk is a bad player. You can't tell me Nodi Madueke is a bad player. You can't tell me Nicholas Jackson, based on the number of goals he has scored. Let's take away that eye of the number of chances he has missed. Because at the end of the day, strikers are judged by the number of goals he scored. He scored about 15 goals across this season, in his debut season for Chelsea. That's a good return.
I think more than 15. But
that's a good return. You look at Enzo Fernandez. He played at the World Cup in Qatar. World Cup winner. Brilliant midfielder by all standards. We saw Conor Gallagher, went to Crystal Palace, played under Patrick Vieira. Superb player. You can go on. You look at the average age of those players, superb. But you should know that they need a certain senior heads, 3, 4, 5, to groom them. John Obi Mikel wouldn't have become a Mikel that he is if he hadn't played with Claude McLeary and Michael Essien, with Michael Ballack to some extent. You understand? You have Joe Cole, you have Anelka, you have DJ Drogba, you have... Even when Drogba was there, at a point in time, they had Hernan Crespo. They have Kensman. They have Adrian Mutu. In the past, you understand? Sometimes you need to have a coach the coach can talk, but you need some people out there on the pitch to help guide the players to play. You came with your model. You want to sanquas everybody and bring in your play. You've brought in the talent, and now they are not gelling. Fast forward, you sack Tuchel. You brought on board who?
Mauricio Pochettino.
Lampard.
Lampard. No, Graham Potter.
Graham Potter, brilliant from
Brighton.
From Brighton, American Express Stadium. Forgetting that Graham Potter spent about 3 seasons with that team before they became the team that they were. At Chelsea, will you give the coaches the opportunity to be able to have that time to be able to build a team? No. Because Chelsea is a title-winning team. Chelsea is a big club. You can't make... This is a club that has won the Club World Cup. Chelsea has won the Champions League. Chelsea has won Europa League.
Pause.
Premier League.
Pause. Editor, I beg, cut that part where he talks, say Chelsea be a big club. I beg.
Chelsea is a big club.
Elite club.
Yeah, so one day when he's trying to slander my team, I get something to banter.
You can't take it away from Chelsea. A team that in the last 10 years, they've won 2 Champions League, if I'm not mistaken. They won the biggest trophies at stake in club
2
football.
European trophies.
So you can't take you can't, as much as you try to belittle it, at the back of your mind, you know they are a household team. So you see, For Pochettino to come, I question the decision to bring Pochettino because what is track record aside Paris Saint-Germain? He was at Espanyol. He hasn't won anything. He came to Tottenham Hotspur. He has been there for about 6-7 seasons.
I think before Tottenham, he was at Southampton or something.
He was at Southampton before he came to Spurs.
Pochettino built a good team at Southampton.
No, listen. We are talking about Chelsea.
Achievements.
Achievements. What have you won?
They were looking at bringing in young players, someone who could groom them. And we know Pochettino did it with Van Dijk.
Okay, so did he groom them? I'm coming. Did he groom the current Chelsea team?
Oh, he did.
Looking
at the record from last season and this season, he did.
Thank you. So let me continue. You sacked Graham Potter because results were deteriorating to some extent that you were scared of relegation. You brought in Lampard, and it's even worse enough.
And after Lampard, there was one bald-headed guy.
Yes, and he finished.
He came in before Lampard.
Bruno was actually Graham Potter's assistant.
Yes.
So he took over about 2-3 matches, and then he
5
left.
matches.
You understand? So you bring in Pochettino, and then you clipped it. You handcuffed the man. You basically dictated everything to him. Then 6 matches to go, the man got angry, felt that you are damaging his CV, and he decided to throw everything that you gave him out of the window and played whatever he wanted to play. And he got the result. He had a meeting with you. He told you, any player that you bring, I'll have a say. Anyone that you want to take out, I should have a say. You say, no, it won't work. You are sacking him for who? who?
Enzo Maresca. Championship winner.
With Pochettino's
a coach that struggled to even win the championship in the last 10 matches. Go and look at it. Leicester City's results. Unless you don't want to open your eyes. Tell me I'm lying.
Benedict, cool down. I know your stance. But hold on.
The person won it.
Relax.
See,
Relax.
So today I want to take you are happy that you are sacking Pochettino from Maresca?
Wait, let's explain.
No, because I will sit here with you next season to talk about this, and I will come back to this day.
Wait.
So you support the idea that Mauricio Pochettino should be sacked for Enzo Maresca?
But Pochettino being sacked, I've been saying it here week in, week out.
So you support that?
Pochettino is scared of this project. Always I say this thing.
To me, it's the biggest blunder
for sacking Pochettino. No, it's a very good idea. I'll rest it there.
All right. Benedict, you want to
So Francis started with, he didn't know what Todd Bowley was doing. He didn't know what the whole Chelsea owners are doing. But I think they are in a right direction. And with our topic today, we are talking about managerial shakeups, looking at what our clubs doing. We are seeing Vincent Kompany going to Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
We know he was relegated. How would he even get a Bayern Munich job? It should let us understand that now football is changing. Now with football, we are looking at more of like roles. Clubs have sporting directors. Clubs want to have a coaching board. They want to have a whole lot of things. We've seen it with clubs, bigger clubs doing it, but we didn't notice, like Real Madrid, Florentino Perez will buy the player. You need to coach the player and make the player better. Last season, when Benzema was leaving, Ancelotti wanted Harry Kane, but they didn't want Harry Kane. They went in for Jude Bellingham, who wasn't even a striker. And they brought in Joselu as, let's say, a backup player. And you need to coach the players. Talking about Pochettino, let me go into Vincent Kompany's side. With Vincent Kompany, Bayern are seeing that they want a style of play. With the players, they have sporting directors. That's their role. To bring in players that will fit the team or fit the team system. And that is what Arsenal did. So as an Arsenal fan, you should even be looking at the Chelsea side and even say Chelsea are trying to copy Arsenal from what Arsenal
has Arsenal done that as you have any profit?
Wait, this is one I'm relax.
I'm coming. Let me explain. Let me explain.
What are you talking about?
We've all seen Arsenal. Even your best ever coach couldn't get Arsenal to some level like this, apart from doing the unbeaten. We all seen Arsenal coaches coming in and out and just putting them on 3rd, 4th, 5th, qualifying for their main aim was just to get into the top 4 and qualify for Champions League. But we've seen Arteta come in and even struggled with Pep. It was just a game or some miss. You would call it, I would call it bad luck on some days, but you call it Arteta being messing up. And this have been football. Arsenal brought in Edu to come in and look at the whole Arsenal team. If you watch Arsenal All or Nothing before this season, Edu had a board where they had all the players written down, every position. And Arteta was there. He was talking to him about every player's position, their wage bill, and how it will affect their team. Arteta didn't want Aubameyang to go, but Aubameyang had a lot of things outside football that was causing the club.
Arteta wanted him to go.
No,
Number
Arteta
one.
never wanted Aubameyang to go. Go and watch the Arsenal All or Nothing
I
video.
don't want to argue with you on that. I'm an Arsenal fan and I know what you are saying is not true.
This is your club's video. So he didn't want him to go, but looking at wages and a whole lot of stuff, they wanted him to go. And look at what Arsenal, apart from not winning trophies, we all can testify that Arsenal has been a good team. Looking at even beating their records on most wins, most points, and a whole lot of things.
With what trophy to show?
You were expecting trophy. It takes time.
Apart from trophy.
How should they talk?
It takes time. So this is the same
Your case
thing.
is special.
This is the same thing Todd Bowley was doing. Is trying to do. They are trying to bring in amazing talent. Get a coach to at least, they know that all these talents they are bringing in, they wouldn't all play for Chelsea in the next maybe 5 years. But they are looking at the business side and also the football side. Nobody will buy a team and try to mess it up. They are looking at bringing in money and also looking at players that could compete. So with Pochettino, why I had a problem with Pochettino is Pochettino was the person who messed all this thing up. Before Pochettino had the task of qualifying for the Champions League. If you're a Chelsea fan and you don't know, this was his task, to qualify for Champions League or qualify for European place. You saw the contract, you came in, they made you understand that we are buying players for you. You need to coach them because you know your track record. From Villarreal to Southampton to Tottenham, you've been able to groom players. So please groom what we have. So if you are being given a contract and you sign, and at the end of the season, you come trying to hit your chest that I've won 5 games and I've taken you to the Conference League, so let me make decisions on everything I want, then they wouldn't agree with you. Why I'm saying that is we saw that with Thomas Tuchel, where he brought in Koulibaly and Sterling. He was trying to bring in players. These coaches are trying to bring in players that are already made and try to fit into their team and make it perfect. And sometimes these players come in and they don't work. We've seen Koulibaly. We all sometimes complain about Sterling. Cucurella, we complained about him some time ago. So Pochettino should have just understood whatever they wanted to say, prove them wrong during the season, and let them understand, I wanted this caliber of player, and you didn't do it. That's why we are here. So in January, let's do the needful. But if you go in and you try to argue with them on, I need to make a decision, fine, you have to make a decision. Top coaches, Ancelotti, players are being bought for them. Pep Guardiola.
How are you privy to that?
Ancelotti, Jude Bellingham wasn't an Ancelotti signing. Ancelotti wanted a striker because Benzema was out. Jude Bellingham was never an Ancelotti signing. He had to change the formation to fit the boy in because he's a top player.
Bellingham is not Benzema's replacement. He was just one of the midfielders that they
lost.
Feel like
they lost
when
the
they
striker.
lose Toni Kroos and
I
Modric,
think the point he's trying to make is
No,
that
yeah, I understand.
instead of them to sign a striker, they went
so
to
I
buy
wanted to
Bellingham.
say that he wasn't, the replacement for Benzema. He was just coming to understudy Kroos and Modric so that when these players are gone, they can still have.
But do you know that with
but-
Kroos, Modric, Casemiro, that's been their best midfield.
yeah.
They had Valverde, they have Camavinga, they have Tchouaméni.
Yeah.
These are the players that were understudying these boys. Jude Bellingham was brought in, they were trying to look at the English market, at least bringing that exposure from the English market because the Spanish league wasn't being talked about enough. So English market, but Jude Bellingham came in and just fit in.
Maybe that would be a secondary factor in
Yes.
buying the player.
Yes.
I understand.
So as a coach,
Just get ready to wrap up for me.
as a coach, I believe if you know what you are doing, you know what you are doing. You can go in. You turned Chelsea up, the whole Chelsea upside down within just 5 games. Everybody was loving Chelsea. So what stopped you from just going on with it? Because we have at least amazing players to go on next season. Maybe you can argue for a striker because Nicolas Jackson is missing chances. But this Chelsea team, apart from maybe the striking place, I don't see anywhere that maybe we have problems. Maybe the goalkeeping side. So with a new coach coming in, with me, I feel he would be a perfect match for Chelsea because his role from starting coaching is more about developing young players. And his owners, give me the players, because in youthful teams, you don't select the players you want. The players are being given to you. Then he would do what? Take them through the process and develop them. They say he would have in like, okay, this player, I think he should go. Get me a new player. That is it. And I think he knows what he's doing because he has been to Leicester City. We've seen what he has done with the Leicester City team, with the ball playing the game they had. Leicester fans were complaining a bit because they weren't used to possession type of football, but the materials wasn't there. He was able to turn Ndidi to one of the best midfielders in the league.
The best passes of the game.
Best passing, Jules Briho, even Harry Winks, who wasn't a starter at Tottenham, he was able to turn him into the best.
He's the heartbeat of Leicester's team.
So this is a coach, I think, with the materials we have, and if there is no other thing like injuries and things coming in, he'll be able to turn our players into something good. So I'm just hoping Chelsea fans could give him time, understand him, and let's see how he goes.
Vincent,
I have a lot to say.
we don't have a lot of time as well.
Yeah, I know. I mean, basically with the question that why of late all the teams
are changing.
And I hate the fact that right now every team wants to play like Pep Guardiola's team. Right now, every team is going for.
Is he not getting the results?
No. It's not about the results.
Pause. I asked the question. Is he not getting the results?
We all know that he's getting the results.
So there's nothing wrong with trying to play a system.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? I
A big
understand
team like
Vincent.
Madrid will never change their system. That's my point.
That is because
No.
because Ancelotti's way is working.
It's not Ancelotti's way. Check the number of coaches that has come to Madrid. Madrid's system, your system, this is how we play.
Madrid
There's no way Barcelona.
There's
No way Barcelona will change from their tiki-taka style of play and go and take a coach like Antonio Conte.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So my point is, I like the fact that, for the past, 9 years, 12 years, Pep Guardiola has been one of the best, arguably, if not the best coach in the world for the past 12 years. And I like the fact that other teams wants to play like Pep Guardiola. And for that being the matter, they are all going for his students.
His disciples.
You understand?
Arsenal.
The red London team went for Mikel Arteta. And we've all seen the progress.
Which progress?
We've all seen the progress. After Sir Arsene Wenger, he's won the FA Cup. He's won the Community Shield. And he's won the most matches for that club. Even their invincible team.
What you show?
Couldn't win.
Oh, boss, make a finish. Ask you to cannot talk. Why?
No, talk about your Chelsea.
Francis, is a record.
No. The show is not a Chelsea show. So I can talk about anything I want. You cannot tell me to talk about Chelsea.
Go ahead.
Okay, Chelsea as a man.
Ignore him. Go ahead.
Why?
Because Arsenal go for Arteta.
No.
But Arteta is a decent
for the past 3 seasons.
Watching.
Has been one of the best seasons. The top 3 coaches in the Premier League right now.
And that's the plus. A major season without winning any major trophy is a failure. It's football.
With Arsenal, after Arsene Wenger, even during Arsene Wenger's time, you weren't even aiming for trophies. You were aiming for top 4.
Go ahead.
He's won the FA Cup. He's won the Community Shield. But before you can win the league in the Premier League right now, you have to beat his master. And that has been the difficult task for some of the top 6 clubs and some of the top teams in the league currently. Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp. He won the league once in 9 consecutive seasons. Just once. But still, you believe it's Jurgen Klopp
He has won all the big trophies at Liverpool.
That big trophies now when he came to that club
Liverpool
has
no
won.
existence.
That Liverpool had won the Champions League how many times?
Which squad did he inherit?
How many finals has Klopp lost?
His own team.
I don't want to shift the argument.
After building his team, he has lost 3 European finals.
No. Let me tell you something. The Liga. Yes.
He has lost
The
3
Liga.
3 European finals. 2 against
Europa League.
Madrid and 1 Europa League.
So if Madrid beat his inferior team, what is
No.
wrong?
What are you talking about?
Inferior team.
So if the City team,
How many finals has Madrid played and lost in their history?
No, to the
so
standard.
for the past 10 years, how many
is a
leagues
failure.
are City about City? So about 2 leagues. This is City. Inter Miami say Pep Guardiola's City is the standard right now.
That's not
Almost the face of the Premier League. But let me continue my argument. So I don't like the fact that right now
it will be argument if it's submission.
Submission. Okay. I don't like the fact that
that's why
right now with Bayern Munich going for how do you call it? Company. They like that pressing type of football. Over possessive kind of football. You see, but with the German for like Jurgen Klopp, Hansi Flick, Julian Nagelsmann. Almost style of play, they all play total football, but their approach is somehow different from Pep Guardiola's own. But we will get the ball. But German for then have more of like a direct. Jurgen Klopp then we will press, you get the ball. Jurgen press, then we are coming at you direct. Pep Guardiola also then say he will get the ball, we will possess the ball. Then whenever we lose the ball, you be making sure say you be search ball in your space. So what I say, so going for maybe Bayern Munich going for Vincent Kompany, I mean that is their system. But Chelsea, when these owners came, Omuma say this is a new era, this is a new management. Although Chelsea style of play, no, we going for a coach like Antonio Conte, Jose Mourinho, Gusindek, Carlo Ancelotti. We that possessive oriented football team. Chelsea was, set up to win trophies. Even if say you better pack the bar, at the end of the season we have to win a trophy. And you see this Pochettino sacking, Todd Boehly, since Todd Boehly took over the Chelsea team, there is no, sacking or no appointment of a coach. You won't see a statement from Todd Boehly. Our last episode, was Sports Arena, I made mention say Todd Boehly met with Pochettino, and Todd Boehly, Pochettino say, he's impressed. He's impressed with the progress and everything this season. And on Kwadia, Obeja and Pochettino better. And you see, with any contract, there's modification of agreement. When Pochettino went to meet Egbali, Paul Stewart, and the sporting directors, Omo database yes, okay. Although our recent game there's been progress, but the season under review, they thought Pochettino fell short because they believe that Chelsea should have been here. Chelsea should have been here.
So there was a target for
there was a target for the coach, and they believe that yes, our recent there is a progress, but the modification of agreement, because Pochettino had season, he had only 1 year contract left, and there's the meeting. The purpose of the meeting was to show the coach that hey, Charlie, but we've seen the improvement, so let's renew your contract. And that was when the disagreement in the to the extent that Chelsea right now, you see, people have been saying you have 1 billion players. This 1 billion players, the players who are currently playing in the Chelsea setup, it's not even worth 400 million or even worth 500 million. You have to talk to alone, because the thing is, in the next 10 years, Chelsea, football group should at least have 2 different clubs in Europe. Currently, we have Strasbourg in France, and they are planning to buy 1 in Portugal. So when they buy these youngsters, more potential. You come fit in. We pick 2. We send the other ones to the sister clubs. We groom the young players. Fit in, so that there will be that competitiveness in Chelsea, or Chelsea Football Club. So I think that their style of play and their mode of club management is fine. FR, so sacking Pochettino for me wasn't right. But the coach also feels like he cannot accept teams' terms that the team, because Cole Palmer is the best player for Chelsea. It wasn't Pochettino who requested for Cole Palmer. It was these same sporting directors and their scouts in Joe Shields who guys know that at that time was Yankofa only say Yankofa way, but sporting directors, let's go and pick.
Kudus even came into the picture.
Yeah, Kudus came into the picture. Let's go and pick Cole Palmer, and he was the best player for Chelsea, and he's won a lot of individual honors this season. So sporting directors, they have a plan. Who your coach now, beba? You may fool, the manager. But Enzo Maresca, according to reports, what I've read online, according to the meeting on your he or my sporting directors, the Chelsea board who say he knows
the Chelsea players.
The Chelsea players.
He's talking and I even close my eyes.
He knows the Chelsea players. On him, on Kopama, he knows what. I'm not surprised to the extent that I'm not surprised that Enzo Maresca knew all these things, because he's a tactician. And don't forget, this season Chelsea played with Leicester. So before the game, maybe or study Chelsea team and he made sure that he doesn't care about, because Leicester team will see how Okoto Leicester team.
So you believe Enzo Maresca is the best person?
He didn't make any major signings. players no koto mona and other me wonders. And
We need to wrap.
coming to the Chelsea point of view, I don't believe that Chelsea we have to. I mean, sign a coach who we have to sign a coach who plays like Pep Guardiola. Up, we have to, but honest system is we want a young coach. We want a coach who plays possessive football, also defends very well. Then a coach obetim the other man 5 years. A coach next go with Enzo Maresca. You see, man the target. He has to. I mean, the base like Phillips at Chelsea. Yeah, dear cry with a Chelsea Football Club standard. Yeah, dear cry. No, at least even if you are going trophyless, we have to get. I mean, a ticket to play the UEFA Champions League. I mean, the following season.
That sounds,
and that is a target.
That sounds like Arsenal.
Yes.
Like 8 years ago. By the way,
that
sounds like an Arsenal 8 years ago because
that's
that
the
was
target.
That was. Leave him.
Who said I'm excited? And that's the.
I think you made your point.
Yes, I've made my point.
But
with me,
5 minutes.
Makase, Pochettino sacking. I'm not supporting it.
Pochettino.
And even in the crowd when you post it, I do on the WhatsApp status. I'm kind of say, bro, this na a gamble because Maresca coming in. A bit me
All right. No,
I want to.
Let me finish my point.
Maresca
coming in. A bit me 50-50. A far. Chelsea, you bet G. I mean, this is a trophy winning. Team. Coach, we are winning trophy. And one thing is he has experience. I mean, in the English Premier League, he's been under Manuel Pellegrini when he was at West Ham. He's been under Pep Guardiola. He was part of the treble winning team. I mean, he's made wonders. Our team in the Leicester City are qualified. But so Wajit Trophy. Talk of other coaches. This is a Manji Trophy. So coming in, I believe say. A good, I mean, listen.
That part was the trophy, but we'll talk about that one later.
On Chelsea and Todd Boehly. Todd Boehly is a season ticket holder for Chelsea. Even before Kanonya Meyer fan, anytime you're not hear Chelsea fan or hear Chelsea matches, sorry. So I believe that they have a like a framework saying they percent Chelsea born the ball.
Right.
The next yes, say and no move follow. But honest no. Sanfa.
What do you mean your focal?
So with this one, Senyana Vicente can the only thing is why I'm saying that is one. This is a coach coming in. He has worked with the sporting directors. He worked with them at City. The same co-sporting directors. The scout, he worked with him at City. The only problem with Chelsea and Pochettino was decisions between the sporting director and the main coach. But with this one, they've worked together. And they know what they are doing. Okay. He understands his role. And with Chelsea and Italian managers are like this.
All right. So it looks like Benedict and Vincent, believe that the coach.
I don't believe the coach.
Hold on. Listen.
100%.
They believe that the coach will be able to fit into the system of Chelsea right now.
100%.
We'll say.
I'm saying
there's a possibility to have a
we say kwakwa.
50-50, right?
50-50, yes.
But then I mean
and you said that
they have the framework.
Enzo Maresca is not the man for Chelsea. So who? Let's touch this real quick. So Pochettino. So now that he was out. Now that he is out. Aside Enzo Maresca, who would you have?
They should have gone for De Zerbi. Ask me why.
I actually thought it was going to be De Zerbi, to be honest.
Because the Chelsea team has the highest representation from Brighton in terms of those who have tasted the league before that are currently in the Chelsea squad. Cucurella played for them.
It's not just 3 players.
Levi Colwell.
The team is not Brighton team. I beg.
Charlie.
Anyway, if you ask now, go talk about it. The team is not Brighton team.
So we can continue the conversation on your.
We have Levi Colwell. Since you for Brighton, all those sporting directors in the name news.
I want to say your back rooster. How many of them come on Brighton?
Oh, we have like 3.
Thank you.
No, 2.
2. Yeah, 2. One scout is from City.
One scout on the main of international. One of the sporting directors from City.
All right.
From Brighton, sorry.
So this is the conversation we had. I don't know what you think. Vincent Kompany is a done deal to Bayern.
And Hansi Flick is also a done deal.
Yeah, Hansi Flick also a done deal to. Hansi Flick is one interesting one, but I think maybe
Xavi
shame on Laporta.
said he will suffer You saw that mistake. He said you suffer.
Club no money scout. Charlie, you can't.
That's why I make
with
sense to
Hansi
say
Flick, it was
Chelsea
a
right
bad,
now
it
we are
was a
back to
bad
zero.
thing.
We are back to zero. That is the only. But coach, but even if Ocean is style of play now.
And you know,
the latter part of the
allegation
season
leveled against Man City is binding, is hanging
Oh
around
yeah.
their neck.
Yeah.
And even the
It's
latter
likely
part,
they might be stripped of
and
some
see
titles.
the latter part
And given
of the
to
season,
Arsenal.
how Chelsea were playing. Now they left back. Abba Yadi Kukurela or the fullback Abba and Fifi. Then you have 5 players. That is the same style of player.
Anytime the
Enzo
Pochettino
Maresca.
Bono.
All right, so producer Bones on Bone you. Let
Bone.
us know in the comment section on YouTube. That's
I think we
my
were getting 6
Bet.Africa
matches
TV.
answer.
My Bet.Africa on YouTube. Do well to subscribe and then let us know what you think about the conversation. Is Enzo Maresca the best person to coach Chelsea? Is I can't get if it's a company. Is he? Do you think he's the best person to handle Bayern? And of course,
Mota to Juventus.
Thiago Motta also to
He's a
to
brilliant
Juventus.
coach.
Yes,
He was with Bologna, right?
Yes, doing very well.
Brilliant
With,
coach.
with Bologna. And of course, the one that
Thiago Motta is a super coach.
I'm not a Barca fan, but I really think that my honest opinion about the Hansi Flick appointment, I think it's a recipe for disaster. To be honest, I mean,
Hansi Flick should have gone back to Bayern Munich
well,
after the Euros. You know, he's coaching Germany.
Yes, but unfortunately, he's not going back to Bayern Munich. But let us know what you think about these coaches who have moved. I mean, I feel that there are going to be more.
The greatest
coaches moving.
achievement of a coach,
Is-
aside Ranieri for me, will be Xavi winning the La Liga last 2 seasons
Mhm.
for Barcelona. It's last season, right?
Last season.
Last season for Barcelona. In the midst of financial crisis,
made some
Young
very
players.
funny
he
signings and all
managed
that. But yeah,
to win La Liga for them.
anyway, so that's all time will permit us on today's edition of Sports Arena. This is the coaches edition, the managerial transfer edition. Thank you so much, Vincent. Thank you so much, Francis. Francis is tired. And I'm going to do it. And of course, thank you so much, Benedict. Thank you so much. My name is Kwame, and adios, peace, one love to you.